Hi YouTube, it's Tracy from Queen of the Board, and today I'm playing Street Masters from Steam Forged Games, making use of the new expansion Lament of the Blood Moon because I'm pulling in the new character, Castle. This is a 1 to 4 player game. You can either play a campaign style or just a modular where you grab a location with its challenge, a group of bad guys, your favorite hero, and you just go for it. So that's what I'm doing today. Come and join me. Let's take a look at our stage. First, Gone Ballistic. I have the setup card right here. Very simple setup. I simply revealed the first objective, which is this weapons cache, the blue one, and placed it on its location on the board. If you're in a space with an objective token, you may pick it up, and a figure will deal +1 direct damage for every objective they're carrying. But if the boss ever has 3 objectives, then the players lose. My enemies today are the Brotherhood, Dimitri being the leader. This is a co-op game, so health is per player, but I'm playing solo today, so 20 health for Dimitri. He's rolling 4 dice of damage, but mostly Dimitri's all about equipment. You'll see how that works as we play. Here is my enemy deck. I did give Dimitri a quick paint job. He's wandering around with what looks like a rocket launcher on his back, and he starts just here. My hero today is Castle from the new expansion Lament of the Blood Moon. He starts with 20 health. I drew 4 cards. Let's take a look. Assassinate, Snipe, Quick Work, and a second Assassinate card. I love to see tactic cards come out. However, Assassinate is a unique card. You can see it on the star. So for my mulligan, I'm gonna, I think, get rid of one of those and see what else I get. So I'll pop that in my discard pile. I get another attack card back to the shadows. Now we're ready to begin the game. Let's take a look at the fighter turn. Step 1 is the threat phase. So I'm going to be refreshing any of my used cards in my play area and then drawing and resolving 1 enemy card. We get Boris. Boris is a minion with 6 health, and here's Boris with a blue base. The enemies spawn in whichever is the closest spawning location. So I think he's going to come out just over here. If I get into a fight with Boris, then he's really hard to get away from, so we'll see how that goes. For my player action phase, I can move up to 3 spaces, play a card from my hand down here, or take an action. Luckily for me, the first objective on the board is the blue one, and it actually happens to be 3 spaces away. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think, is run 1, 2, 3 and grab that objective. I'll put it in my player area right here. Going forward, I'll be doing +1 direct damage. Next, I'm going to play a card from my hand. I love a tactic as they stay out permanently. So I'm going to put Quick Work into my player area. During my snapshot action, after each attack is resolved, I may move 1 space. Snapshot is my base action. It's an attack with 1 red dice and then attack with another red dice. These may target enemies up to 2 spaces away and deal direct damage going right through the shields. If I exhaust Quick Work, tilting it sideways, then if I defeat an enemy with an attack, I can also play a card from my hand. So next is my action step. I could sprint and move up to another 3 spaces. Gain 2 random defense tokens, resolve an action effect on a card in my play area, but I don't have any other than Snapshot and no one's within 2 range. Or I could interact with an object, but there's nothing there. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab 2 random defense tokens. To do that, I'm rolling 2 white dice. We get a punch and a kick. I'm going to place those on my card. I should have remembered, by the way, that Boris will come out with 2 punch defense icons. Next, it is the react phase. So I'm looking at the enemy area and from left to right, activating each card and its abilities. Boris, activate, advance 3 spaces towards the nearest fighter. 1, 2, 3. Boris doesn't have range, and so he can't attack anyone just now. So that is the end of that. Next, I simply draw a card and flip. I gain another tactic, take aim. Now I flip over from my fighter turn to my enemy turn. I simply activate each card in my enemy play area. We only have Dimitri here at the moment. Activate, Dimitri attacks. If unable to, resolve his equip effect, and then Dimitri retreats 1 space. Here's his equip effect. Discard the top card of the enemy deck and then put the topmost gear card in the enemy discard pile into play. If no gear enters play this way, Dimitri will gain 1 random defense token. Let's see. Anastasia, so I'm going to pop her in the discard over here. She won't be equipped. Next, we move to the stage turn. Activation. Activate each card in the stage play area from left to right by resolving its activate ability. We don't have anything there right now. Next, we draw and resolve 1 card. It is another objective, weapons cache. Place this over here and then back over to me. It's now the fighter's turn. First step is the threat phase. Ooh. N40 Punisher. That is gear for Dimitri, so that goes directly into his row. Next, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 so that I'm 2 spaces away from Dimitri. I'm gonna equip my Take Aim Tactic card, which will give me an extra dice to play. And then I'm going to use my snapshot attack on Dimitri. So I'm rolling 1 red die plus 1 because of my take aim. Oh wow, we get a crit or a hit and a shield. Now I do have to discard 1 of the dice. I think I'll keep the crit. That is worth 1 and another roll. Another crit. That's 2, 3 and a shield. Amazing. I don't specify the type of damage that Castle is doing, so I will roll. Shield is the grapple. It's great to have balanced defense there. 1, 2, 3 plus 1 for the weapons cache, and it's all direct damage, so it would go straight through any shields. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a big hit on Dimitri. This is not a rules teach, by the way. I am learning and having fun. I haven't had this game for very long, so please let me know in the comments if I'm making any mistakes. I really love learning more. Now it says that I then attack with another red dice. Again, because I have my take aim, I'm going to get to roll 1 more dice. A hit and a shield. I have to discard 1. So that's 1, 2 hits. Direct damage again. And finally, quick work allows me to move 1 space after each attack is resolved. So I'm going to move 1 towards this objective token. Next is the react from my enemies. Boris, again, advancing 3 spaces towards the nearest fighter. 1, 2, 3. But he's not yet close enough to attack me. I draw a card. I get the quick work tactic. Unfortunately, that is a unique card, so I can't put that into my play area. Over to the enemy turn. So Dimitri, activate. Dimitri attacks. If unable to, resolve his equip effect. discarding Drago, and then Dimitri retreats 1 space, moving 1 away from me. Next, the N40 Punisher gear. Activate. Dimitri attacks each fighter engaged with him. I'm not engaged because I'm not adjacent. If no fighter was attacked this way, shuffle this card into the enemy deck to deal the fighter nearest Dimitri 1 direct damage. So this is going back into this deck, and I'm taking 1 direct damage. My shields will not help me. Next, it's the stage turn. Activate. Resolve the objective effect on the inactive object nearest the boss, which is this green token. The boss moves 3 spaces towards this objective. 1, 2, 3. Then, if in this objective space the boss would equip it, he's not, but he's getting pretty close. Next, we draw and resolve a stage card. It is a hidden ballistic vest. Attach this card to the minion with the least remaining health. This minion heals 2 damage and gains 1 random defense token. So he's gonna get a punch. The attached minion also gains 2 health. So Boris is now 8 strong. Just gonna pop that here. He's getting very powerful. I think I might need to go and take care of him soon. Back over to me. It's our threat phase. So I draw from the enemy deck. Steely Defense. Each fighter activates 1 Drago card in their threat area if able. I don't have any Drago cards. So Dimitri gains 2 of each type of defense token. Next, it is my action phase. The first thing I'm going to do again is attack Dimitri using my snapshot. I get that +1. I'm going to keep the crit and a shield. The shield is a punch. So that is 1, 2 direct damage to Dimitri. 8 damage so far. Now I then get to attack again for 1. During my attack, rolling the +1. I get another crit. So that is 2, 3 damage on Dimitri. He's up to 11 damage. And thanks to quick work, after each attack, I may move 1 space. So I'm gonna land right here. Playing a card, I'm gonna put Assassinate in play. I'm realizing that I actually have to interact with these objectives to pick them up. So I can't pick it up this turn, but I can stand on it. I think we'll stop there. Next reaction, so Boris again is moving 3 towards me. 1, 2, 3, getting very close, but not quite there. I get to draw a card. And I pick up another Assassinate tactic. Next, it is the enemy's turn. So over to Dimitri. He's unable to, so he's going to resolve the equip effect, discarding the top card, Anastasia again, so no effect. Stage turn activation. Resolve the objective effect. So the boss moves 3 spaces towards this objective. He can't actually get onto it because I'm standing on it. So that is that, I think. Next we draw and resolve. We get a weapon jam. If at least 1 figure controls an objective, this card deals the figure with the most objectives 2 general damage. So that means I can pull any 2 of my defense tokens off. They then turn into power tokens, which will sit on my card. If I get to 6, I get to get a power-up ability. Then the boss deals each fighter 1 direct damage for each objective they carry. I have 1, so that's 1 direct damage for me. Back over to the player's turn, and first of all, it is the threat phase. We find fully loaded. So that goes straight to Dimitri. Over to me, I'm absolutely going to interact with this weapons cache and pick it up. Next, I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 and grab this loot item. I find a stack of cash. Cash can be discarded at any time to exhaust a minion within 4 spaces of you. I guess I'm buying him off, and you know what? I'm going to use that right away and exhaust Boris because he's getting really close. Let's do that. And next, I'm going to play Snipe. It's an attack of 2. Because of my take aim, I get a +1 dice. I have to take one out, so we've got 2 hits and a shield. Rolling for the shield. I get a kick shield. Snipe is 2 direct damage, so that's 2 hits on Boris. Next, it is the react phase, but Boris was exhausted thanks to the money I threw his way. So we'll unexhaust Boris, but no other effect. I get to draw a card. I gain Back to the Shadows, an attack card. Enemy turn, Dimitri attacks. If unable to resolve equip effect, let's see. Ooh, a modified RPG enters play. This could be painful. Next, fully loaded activates. Dimitri deals each fighter not engaged with him 1 general damage for each gear in the enemy play area. So I'm going to lose 2 defense, but that gets me 2 power. Then if there are no gear cards in the enemy play area, resolve Dimitri's equip effect. I do have a gear in the enemy play area. Modified RPG, gear. If this card has no power on it, place 1 power on it. Next, it's the stage turn. Let's see what we find. It is a proximity mine. Attach this card to the unengaged enemy farthest from a fighter. It's going to Dimitri. Oh. This mine is going to deal 5 general damage if I get within 2 spaces of Dimitri now. Boy, oh boy, okay. I'm going to place a little token on it to remind me to check. Back over to me. I'm going to use my snapshot action and attack. I get an extra dice thanks to take aim. And pull that one out. So it is 1 direct hit and a second attack. I'll keep this one. Roll for the defense. I get a kick defense. 1 direct hit to Boris. I was forgetting before that I'm carrying these 2. So that was 1, 2. Last attack, I forgot about my 2 weapons cachet. So let's do that first. That's an extra 2. And then 1 for this plus the extra 2. That's another 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 away from killing Boris. And thanks to quick work, during my snapshot action, after each attack is resolved, you may move 1 space. So I'm going to move 1 back towards Boris so that I can play Back to the Shadows. This is another attack. I do gain the extra dice thanks to take aim. 1, 2, plus the crit. I have to remove 1 of those. But that on its own would be 2 plus 3, 4 with the weapons cachet. That I don't even have to roll the next one. Oh my goodness. Let's just see. Okay, so I get a shield from a punch, and that absolutely destroys Boris. He is off the board, and because I killed a minion, I do get a loot card. Let's see. Ooh, I get a leather whip. This will add 2 red dice if I perform a grapple attack, but Castle is more of a sniper, so I don't think we've got any grapple attacks in our future. You never know. Finally, my movement, I think I'm gonna come 1, 2, 3 towards this crate. Over to the enemies, and Dimitri is getting quite stacked. I did well at the beginning to get him to 12 damage, but it's not looking good. I might just have to get in front of that proximity mine. Now I've got a bit more defense. So Dimitri attacks. He's going to resolve his equip effect because he can't. Discard it. Then he retreats another space. Activate fully loaded. 1 general damage for each gear in the enemy play area. There are none. Another equip. Oh boy, extra ammo. Each fighter suffers 1 direct damage for each Anastasia in play. There are none. If none in play, Dimitri deals each fighter 2 direct damage. That's going through my shields. We're on 5 damage out of my health of 20. Ooh. Activating the modified RPG. It already has a power on it, so Dimitri chooses the nearest fighter and discards 1 power from this card to attack each figure within 4 spaces of that fighter. Each fighter that suffered damage this way discards 1 card they control. So the cards they control are the ones here. I'm going to discard my quick work. And nothing yet with the proximity mine. So over to the stage. It is a recovered sidearm. The fighter with the least minions in their threat area, it's always going to be me, attaches this card to the minion farthest from them. If no minions in play, discard this card and draw a stage card. Okay, so that is out, and we try again. Oh, it's a stray grenade. The fighter with the fewest minions in their threat area play this card into their threat area. Interact. If this card is in your threat area, discard this card and deal 3 general damage to a figure up to 4 spaces away. Then each figure adjacent to that figure suffers 1 direct damage. If this activates, however, it's going to deal me 3 general damage. Ooh, so I can either interact with it before it activates and blows up in my face. Nasty. Back to my turn. At the end of my last turn, I actually forgot to draw a card, so let's do that now. We find Desperate Measures. That could be very powerful for the last push because I can discard cards from my play area in order to get 1 additional direct damage for each of them. Let's see how the threat phase goes. Oh, we find Anastasia. And here she is. Coming in, this is the closest spawn point next to me. Anastasia can be quite nasty if she's far away from you because when unengaged, she can deal a direct damage if you're within 6 spaces, and so she'll just keep chipping away at your health. So I may have to take care of that. I've also got this grenade I'm carrying to worry about. She's coming in with 2 defense tokens, a kick and a grapple. So the first thing I'm going to do is interact with this stray grenade. Discard this card and deal 3 general damage to a figure up to 4 spaces away. Well, Anastasia, you just walked into that one. 3 general damage, so 1, 2, and then 3. She has 4 health. No one's adjacent to her, so I just discard this card. I still have my movement and card step. Thinking the best thing to do is just charge up to Dimitri and get away from Anastasia and try and finish off Dimitri and just take the damage from the proximity mine. So if I go, I've got a movement of 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to play quick work back into my play area. I now activate Anastasia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ooh, 6. So I'm just within her range. I take 1 direct damage. I'm now at 6. I draw a card. I find quick work, which again is unique. It's already in my play area. I flip. And off we go again with Dimitri. So he can't attack. Let's try the equip. Didn't work. 1 general damage for each gear in the enemy play area. There are none. He's going to try and equip again. Ugh. He finds an event, so that didn't work. I thought just for a minute there he had found some gear. The modified RPG, we're placing a power on it. And that is all. We now do the stage event. Another proximity mine. Luckily, I think that this is going to land on Anastasia as she is further away. So this is attaching to Anastasia. So I'm in between two proximity mines at the moment. It's going to hit me no matter what I do. I may as well just run through this one. Back over to me. Threat phase. Oh, we've got another Boris. I think this is the closest spawn location over here, as this one's already taken. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 right in front of Dimitri. That will set off his proximity mine. So I take 5 general damage, but then I can discard the card. So 1, 2, 3, plus 2. These all become power tokens. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that will power me up. Ooh, I still have 1 left. I get change. This mine is discarded. Next, I'm going to play my attack card back to the shadows. So it's an attack of 2, direct damage. I get my +1 roll. So I'll keep these 2 rolling for shield. I get a kick. So that's 2, 3, 4 direct damage on Dimitri. He's now at 16, 4 health left. I can move up to 2 spaces. So I'll move to here. For my action, as that was my card step, I did my movement, my card step, my action, I'm going to use my finisher ability. Here is a copy of my powered up card. I can now attack 3 red dice, plus the 1 with my take aim. This attack may target an enemy up to 3 spaces away, 1, 2, 3, and deals direct damage. During this attack, shield results cause +1 damage, then flip the card. Oh, this is great. Okay, it's a big roll. 4 dice. I do have to remove 1 of them. I got, whoa. Okay, 2 crits. 1. That is, in fact, all of the red dice. So we've got 4, 5 damage, 6, 7 damage, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 7. That's 23 damage. And Dimitri is out of the game. Yay! What an awesome, awesome finale. I'm so glad I got to try Castle's special action attack. That was really fun. I am enjoying this game a lot. I'm really liking the characters that came with Lament of the Blood Moon. I've already started painting all of the other miniatures, and so I'm looking forward to trying out the enemies and the stages that came with that as well. Those videos are coming soon. Again, I'm sure I made a bunch of mistakes. I know that I didn't interact with my first objective. I just picked it up, which was a mistake. So that may have affected things a little bit. But let me know if I missed anything else. I think I'm playing kind of right, but who knows? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, do all the things. If you want to help support this little channel with camera equipment and all that good stuff, there is a way to subscribe and then you get to vote on my next videos. So yeah, all the information is in the comments. Thank you again. Bye.